Let me start with a simple question. Why do some men feel responsible before they even make a choice? Not after things go wrong, not when someone complains. Before anything actually happens. They haven't decided yet, but they're already thinking about reactions, about tone, about timing, about how it might affect the emotional balance around them. For these men, responsibility doesn't feel like a decision. It feels like a reflex. And most of the time, they don't even notice they're doing it. Here's where things get interesting. For many men, responsibility isn't about morals or values. It's about position. They become the steady one, the one people rely on, the one who doesn't escalate situations. Not because they were appointed, and not because they asked for it, but because, at some point, the environment realized something. This person can carry weight without dropping it. So the role forms quietly. And once a role works, it tends to stick, even when no one talks about it. This role comes with rewards, just not the obvious kind. There's no applause, no recognition. Instead, there's relief. When you take responsibility, conversations stay smoother. Misunderstandings shrink. Emotional spikes flatten out, and your nervous system notices. It learns. This keeps things manageable. So the brain repeats the behavior, not because it's noble, but because it's efficient. Responsibility becomes the fastest path to stability. And stability can feel like safety. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. From the outside, this pattern looks like people-pleasing, like approval-seeking, like insecurity. But the motivation is different. These men aren't asking, "Do you like me?" They're asking, "What's the emotional cost of this?" They're not chasing validation. They're preventing disruption. That distinction matters because it changes how the behavior feels internally. Over time, something subtle happens. Responsibility stops being something you do and starts being something you are. You become the reliable one, the calm one, the reasonable one. Once that identity forms, pulling away feels wrong. Not dramatic, not rebellious, just uncomfortable. Even when no one expects anything from you, you still feel the pressure to stay engaged. The cost of this pattern doesn't arrive with warning signs. It shows up quietly, as mental fatigue without a clear cause, as irritability that doesn't make sense, as the sense that rest never feels fully earned. Because responsibility doesn't shut off easily. You're not just handling tasks. You're managing emotional landscapes. And that kind of awareness takes energy, even on calm days. In relationships, this pattern can be confusing. At first, it feels like attentiveness, like depth, like emotional presence. But over time, partners may notice something else. Decisions take longer. Boundaries feel soft. Priorities feel spread out. From the outside, it can feel like hesitation. From the inside, it feels like fairness, like trying to account for everyone involved. Two very different experiences of the same behavior. Here's the reframe. This isn't a flaw, and it's not a personality trait. It's a strategy, a way of navigating people that once reduced chaos and kept things stable. The issue isn't responsibility itself. It's using the same strategy in every situation, even when the context no longer requires it. So here's the question I'll leave you with. Do you feel responsible for people even when no one asked you to be? And if so, when did that start? Share a thought in the comments. Sometimes seeing the pattern is enough to shift it.